very soon. We have one more presentation in this session, and now we're leaving the local area. We are going global. We're going to South America, and we have Ernesto, the CEO of Valle, the housing company started in Chile, expanded to Peru, Brazil, and also to the US. So you are super welcome, and you have your daughter with you as well. So both of you, welcome.
Hi, good morning. We are Ernesto and Andrea Valle, first and second generation of our family company. Today we'll share with you our 30-year experience to create a factory of affordable housing. Rather than adapting industrial tools to improve productivity in construction, we reshape construction to operate like a true factory. So when you hear the word factory, what ideas come to your mind? We usually think about a production line and also products such as smartphones, cars, sodas, and many others that are the clear result of manufacturing processes carried out inside factories. Should we think then that buildings like these should be produced inside factories and therefore have industrialized construction? We're Valle, and we consider ourselves a factory. We have done that for 30 years without ever being part of the IC discussion. So we're very excited today to be here and sharing with you the way we have done things during these years in Chile and other countries. We started this path in 1994 as a traditional general contractor. And then in 1996, we started the transformation process to improve, to industrialize our construction system. In the year 2000, we began international expansion with operations in Peru. And after the subprime crisis, we strategically stopped building for third parties and became the exclusive developers of our own products. This was critical and strategical to ensure continuous production. This video shows the ceremony held last October to celebrate the completion of the final slab at the Villanova project in Peru. This project consists of 2,007 apartments and was built between 2014 and 2026 on 12 years of continuous construction. For this year, our goal is to build 3,000 apartments, giving permanent work to 2,000 people. Over the last 30 years, we have helped 45,000 families to be able to access affordable housing. Our industrialized construction system helps us achieve costs that are 30% below market levels, which allows us to price our apartments 10% below market. Today, we operate on 5 countries. And in this slide, we highlight the key of our evolution through expanding through America. So we have the year we began the operations, the number of apartments delivered, the average size of the apartment, the number of products, and the land bank for future developments. International operations have been driven by invitations from local developers who are interested in our production system, and with whom we have formed strategic partnerships. We're in Chile, Peru, Brazil, United States, and Panama. our product. Our product is not the building itself, but the individual apartments within it. These apartments are our standardized product. And to design these apartments, we design around 3 core principles. A minimum number of apartment layouts, a limited palette of finishing materials, and standardized room dimensions across all products. And these products are adapted to local market conditions and regulatory requirements in each country. This approach allows us to achieve a high level of standardization, reduce complexity and increase repeatability, ensuring cost control and supply consistency, and enabling standardization and design efficiency. These apartments are grouped into 3 standardized products by height. So we have 9 to 15 stories. So we have 4 and 5 stories, and 6 to 8 stories. The factory. Our product is not built in a factory. The factory is located in the job site. There we match supply and demand with no inventory. In a traditional production line, we have inputs traveling through activities and through stations while they become the final product. What we do is that activities travel through the job site and they are performed in a specific sequence and synchronized between them so that while the product is being created. So our core belief is if you want different results, you must do things differently. And we aim to streamline the construction processes into an on-site production line.
Now we are going to speak about the production line. There are 6 main factors that allow us to establish a production line on site. The first one is the activity sheet, then the video sheet, then we got the start date, the remix execution schedule, the weekly work production sheet, and the teamwork. The activity sheet is a formal document that describes how has to be performed the activity. It defines all the predecessors, parallels, and successors activity, defines the resources you need, the materials, tools, machinery, personal protective equipment, and the working optimal with optimal production. Also, give all the quality and safety conditions for the input, process, and output activities. The workers can access the activity sheet on their phones with a QR, and they got the document. The video sheet, beyond having the activity sheet, you got QR codes that provide access to short videos that highlight the most relevant execution aspects of each process. The start date. We are focused on the start date rather than the finish date. An important feature of the activity sheet is that it establishes a start date for each activity within the production line, ensuring the correct sequence of an on-site execution and by a defined size of a group. We ensure the on-time completion of each activity within the overall framework defined by the factory concept. The RISD execution schedule. We began developing and applying the remix execution schedule concept in 1996 using an Excel spreadsheet. Today, based on the activities start date within the project, the configuration of the building and the condominium, and the defined work area, we automatically generate a Gantt chart that identifies the start date of each activity in a Valle day and the specific work area of each activity. In this video, we show in action the tool we have developed for automation creation of the reading schedule Gantt chart, ensuring the unified framework of the job site across all projects without a fixed production line as in a real factory. The weekly work production sheet. We use it to plan during the project execution of the upcoming week work in the job site. Each production sheet contains all the activity with the quantity of work to be done that must be executed during the week in a daily basis by one work team crew. These data are the input of the daily schedule. In the weekly production worksheet, we integrate the activities and assign them a specific work team crew. The number of the members of the crew and the quantities are our variables. And we can have in the week production activity quantities, dollar per quantity installed, the crew productivity, and the value of the crew. At the end of each week, we record the completing activities to measure the crew productivity, beyond simply counting the number of scheduled activities completed in each week. This allows us to improve the necessary corrective actions to ensure appropriate safety. The work team are the greatest source for productivity improvement. We seek to minimize the use of subcontracting in our projects. We work with our own work teams under permanent contracts, not temporary. We believe that both our social impact and our company success are driven by the performance of our team. That is why we have implemented policies to recognize and reward their contribution. All members of our work teams trust that our company provides continued and stable work, giving them security of a real source of income, the opportunity to enjoy real vacation, and a clear path career growth within the company. The key of our success beyond implementing the production line system lies in our long-term commitment to address the need of affordable housing while recognize the value of our workers, people who truly bring our family vision on life. We are not looking for the biggest slice of the pie, but we make the pie bigger, so it can be shared by everyone. That's why productivity is our obsession. Our goal is not the profit generated by our family business. Our goal is to contribute to the happiness of the low-income families who gain access to dignified home, possible through the responsibility and productivity work of those who collaborate with us. At the same time, we seek the happiness of their families with a long-term development opportunity by working with dedication and love along with us. We give, what we give is what we receive, happiness. We want to warmly invite all of you to visit us in Santiago, where our model have the most level of major people. And we also like to thank Stanford University for giving us the opportunity to share our experience with you, and especially to Leonardo Richmother and to Simi Aluku that bring us here today. Thank you very much.
I would say truly inspiring. And please have a seat, both of you, and all the other speakers of this session. You are welcome to join our discussion.